Morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. Woo! August 1st. Here we are in the month of August. And we're here. How's everybody doing? I'm Belinda. We're here at Just Be Yoga, which is a virtual experience. We've been a donation-based yoga community outreach for 10 years. We hope to be able to continue to serve in any way that we can, offering yoga, meditation, qigong techniques to help create some equilibrium and wholeness and wellness in our spirit and our body so we can navigate all of the nutsiness that is life. So welcome. If you're new, please say hello if you'd like in your comment stream. I'll be checking in on that now and again. Get a block or a chair even to give you something to lean on or hold on to in case you need it. Maybe a towel or a belt or a strap. Never know. Please, if you're home with your families, have them join in. Pets, you guys are going to probably see Puma join me now and again. So encourage rather than shoo away. Yoga means to create a connection. So if we can just continue to connect consciously, physically, breath-wise, rather than disconnect, we bring in that inclusive wholeness. So have everybody come in and hopefully we'll create a space of mutual respect. Alrighty, so if you're joining, we're going to start today standing. This is our yoga basics class, and it's going to be a fundamental class. So it means the foundation or fundamentals of standing, fundamentals of seated postures, etc. Reclining on your belly, maybe even inversion, but we keep it to the root fundamental. Basics doesn't always mean easy. Actually, sticking to the root fundamentals often means a little bit more focus, but it really gives you something to build upon if you're building your practice. All right, come on and let's get moving. So if you're here live, I really love using this live tool for interaction. So I'd love to know if you just say hello, good morning, so I know who's here, and I will also answer questions. So feel free, run up, tap a few things. Don't be afraid to ask a question. We'll have a pause. This isn't like some studio experience like, oh, I'm going to mess up somebody else, or I have to stick with the flow of what we're doing. This is an experience for you. If I can help share and give any tips or tools for you, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for me to practice by myself in my room, although that may be what it looks like. All right, well, good morning. Let's come to standing. And we'll feel our feet, separate our feet a few inches apart. Don't feel like you have to shut anything out. We're just here to connect. So feel your skin. Feel the weight of your bones in your skin. And with every new breath, arrive. Arrive in your current environment. I'm very aware of hearing the sound rebounding off of the walls around me. Feel your breath in your chest. Could you feel your breath in your fingertips? I know that's physiologically impossible, but can we extend our mind there? Soften your diaphragm. Notice where we're clenching. And let's begin with just a gentle awareness of the neck rotations. Start to build a connection and awareness to what we're storing there, what we're holding there, maybe what we need to set free. Notice your pace. Are you in a hurry? Change your direction. Hey, Casey, I was hoping I'd see you. Change your direction. I've been having a little bit of upper back twinging. I think I did a little too much extreme yesterday and the day before on some upper back stuff. So it's reminding me about my own balance and equilibrium in what I'm doing in my body. All right, we'll work the shoulders just a little bit. Don't be in a hurry. Maybe close your eyes. As we're here, can you notice the state of your breath? I'm not going to say to change it. Just notice, build awareness, change your direction. Maybe move the neck while you're here. That's really helping move that really a little painful area in between my shoulder blades. And we'll take that right arm across the chest. You can just grab the shoulder or hook under it and twist. Send the breath down into your belly. Let's just keep it simple. Move and breathe together. And release. Coming over to the other side. Hug. Make it a hug. Twist. Feel your legs pressing down. Feel your spine revolving. Not forcing it beyond where it wants to go. Coming back to center. Feel your arms sweeping out wide and lengthening. And exhale into a gentle side bend. Now try to notice combining now our breath mindfully with our movement. Breathe in as the upper body comes back up. Exhale it over, starting connecting the body and the breath, synchronizing. Inhaling it up and exhale. Are you aware of your feet, your hips, your side, your armpits? Breathing in, inflating, exhaling it over. Pay attention to your jaw, your face, your eyelids. Inhale. Exhale. Bringing the upper body forward. Go ahead and bend the knees a little. That'll soften the experience in the spine, in the hamstrings. Whew. Maybe turn your head left and right. What's going on in this physical body that we haven't been able to pay attention to lately? I do hope some of you have been able to use or take advantage of all of the library of our yoga classes on our Facebook playlist, YouTube playlist. Breath in, breath out. Roll the spine up. That way then you don't have to wait a week. You don't have to wait for a specific time. You can find your practice. All right, I'm going to start to flow a few pieces together. Just focus on your breath. Do what you can. I'll cue for anything about your hips and your knees. We kind of lubricated the neck, the shoulders, and the spine a little. I'm going to turn sideways. Create a little separation in between the legs and the feet, but look at your feet. Try to make sure that they're parallel like railroad tracks. And we'll bend the knees, pull the butt back, lift the chest, breath in. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Notice what's tight in the body. Exhale. Let's encourage fluidity. Let that upper body go. Breath in, lift your chest up, bend the knees, hands onto the knees. And we'll do a few cat and cows, working the spine, slow motion twerking. If you share your home with young people, dare them to come and twerk with you. If you are a young person, twerk slowly. Let's come all the way up to standing. Reach behind you, find an interlace, send the wrist down, maybe hold your strap instead. Hips forward, ask your chest to open, don't force. Exhale, bringing those arms up and over with you, knees soft, deep breath. Sigh it out, softly releasing your arms. Bend the knees, lift the chest. Finding our chair, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Forward fold, soft, gentle. Maybe spread your toes. Notice if you're gripping in your feet. Could you adjust the pressure in areas of your feet? Starting to bend the knees. Let the hands rest on the knees. A few cat and cows. Maybe notice different areas of your spine, your chest. What feels free? What's enjoying movement? Good. And we'll come all the way up, hands behind our back, sending the wrists down. Open the collarbones. Maybe try to draw them in and open. Draw those shoulders forward and open. What's the range of movement? Where is it tight? Is it tight in the upper part of the arms? Is it tight behind the neck? Can you distinguish, or does it just feel like one bundle that doesn't want to move? Can we be patient with what we notice? Good. I'm going to hold the hands back behind us. Just play. Laugh out loud. Shift your weight in the left leg, right leg. Left leg, right leg. Try not to lock your knees. Left leg, right leg. Left leg, lift the right foot, maybe an inch, place it down. Weight into the right leg, lift the left leg, place it down. Let's do this. Wobble. Maybe you start playing with lifting the knee a little higher, but don't sacrifice stability. Can you keep your chest open? Is there strain in your neck or your jaw or your face? Is there strain in your mind? Oh, great, I'm going to step on a cat. We're going to lift and come to the left leg. Lift the right, pull that knee up, step it back, and then step it back. Take as many steps as you need, and then I'm going to turn that foot sideways. So my right leg is back, my left knee is bent, so the bottom body is in what's called Warrior 2. And then we'll just straighten and bend a few times. Feel. Now feel the joints. Try not to lock or put excessive pressure on any joint. So don't jam it backwards and don't overstress it forward. It's really easy to keep all the attention on that left leg, but maybe start to be aware of what's going on in this right hip. Try not to lock that right knee either. How's that chest? How are your arms? We've been holding it this way for a moment. We'll bend, lift the chest, and then see if you can hold on to your arms. If you let go, it's fine. But if you can still hold on and bring your chest forward. Ooh, what are we feeling in our back, our hips, our thighs, our neck? How about the breath itself? Go ahead and let your arms go. Hands to the floor. Maybe you've got a block, and that's where that chair could also be helpful. Spinning onto the back toes. Sink into the hip. Now go ahead and hop or step as many times as you need to bring that right foot up. Feet a few inches apart, maybe a little wider. Hands to the knees. And cat and cow. Breath. How much of the body have we gotten to move and feel and say good morning to? Occupy yourselves as a physical being, as a mammal. And let's roll the spine up. We'll go ahead and find, if you're clasping and interlacing, see if you can thread the fingers in the way that doesn't feel natural. If you're just holding on to a strap, hold on to the strap. All right, we'll work the shoulders again. What's already moved and changed? Is it looser? Is it tighter? Neck rotations. Let's bring some awareness here. And let's change direction. Good. We'll do that shifting again, left foot, right foot. Just start to be aware. How does my weight shift into that right leg, left leg? What happens in my breath? All right, we're going to open the chest, bring the weight into the right leg, lift the left, and then we'll start to step. Now, some of you may want to start to play with taking a long, slow step back, And then we can wiggle our way into position, turning that left foot flat. Now I'm going to go ahead and keep my back to you here. Sending the wrist down, opening the collarbone, scooping the tailbone under, and then ignoring everything I've said, except for the locking of the joints. Now, if your knees are feeling aggravated, don't go very deep. You can just stay right here. You don't even have to bend it. Or if you can give it just a little bit of movement, it doesn't have to be very deep. Sometimes, especially if we're experiencing rheumatoid or osteoarthritis, we may be like, oh, I don't want to move it. Moving it hurts it. But it's one of these things where actually moving and lubricating it will eventually make it feel better. But we got to move through it. We can't get to that other side without moving through it. Notice what's going on in your inner thighs. What's the tightest part? Where are the muscles squeezing and moving? Hold, breath in, and then we'll bring ourselves forward. Notice if you're holding your breath, what's the range in the shoulder joints? How about that right hip? Breath. Thank your feet. And we'll let the arms go. Hands to the floor, coming onto those left toes, sinking down, pulling the chest up. Still be mindful of that right knee. Squeeze inner thighs. Feel what's going on there. How strong and contained can we be there? And we'll step that left foot up, rolling the spine up. Let's take that right arm across the chest, hooking under it or behind the shoulder. Try to have your point of contact be above the elbow, not below the elbow. So no matter where you are, try not to put pressure on the hinge of the elbow. Breath in. Exhale, let's twist to the left. Press your feet down and try to aim your hips forward. Really press down through the feet and notice your low back, your waist. Grow tall through the back of your neck. And we'll release. Let's come on over to the other side. Try to feel out that placement. Once again, left shoulder down. Breath in. Exhale, revolve. Hips forward. Legs engaged. Be involved into noticing what is any body part doing right now. Yoga builds so much of that awareness. Can you feel your second toe right now? What's going on in your tailbone? What's going on under your chin, in your tongue? How much ease are we carrying? How much fight? And let's release. Breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Let's slowly inhale. Exhale. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling. Keep exhaling. Inhale. Don't big gulp it in. Exhale. Slowly take it forward. Breathe in and lift the chest up to a nice flat spine. And then bring your hands to your block or your chair. Now, if you can notice here, I tried to exaggerate this, but this is where we tend to be. Could you shift forward a little bit, bringing that spine kind of parallel with the earth? Now, try not to lock those knees back. Give it just a slight little give. But squeeze the thighs. Do we know how to squeeze the thighs without jamming the knees back? Good. Lengthen the chest forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Root into the right leg, and we'll start to lift that left leg up behind us. Breath in. Don't worry about how high you're lifting it. Let go of any notion of perfection. And let's twist that hip open. And close. We'll bring that left leg down, root into the left foot, chest forward. Don't lose that awareness. And lift the right leg up. Breath in. breath out. Ready? We're going to twist it open. Breath in. Don't go too far. Breath out. Don't sacrifice stability. Bring that right leg down. Left hand down to the block. Let's twist. Inhale. Exhale, release. Switch it out. Right hand down. Inhale. Ooh, my mid-back. Exhale, release. Ready? Bend the knees, butt back, lift the chest, chair, and twist. Inhale, and twist. Exhale, inhale, and forward fold. Shake your head yes or no. Knees are soft or the legs are straight without locking. Soften your upper back. And we'll find a nice flat spine once again. All right, we're going to lift that left leg straight up. Breath in. Breath out. Now see if you can lift it a little higher, but press back through the heel. See how much of your attention you can bring into what is my left leg doing. Feel the act of lengthening. Could you lengthen through the heel joints? Could you lengthen through the calf? Could you ask those muscles to stretch and get a little longer? How about in the knee joint, in the thigh bone? Now feel what the right leg is doing. What's the foot doing? What's the calf or shin doing? If you've got too much pressure going into that foot, could you ask the muscles of the shin and calf to squeeze a little more? Take that pressure off. How about the thigh? Those are bigger muscles. All right, we're ready to open it up. Now feel free, if you're tired, bring that leg down. Take a break. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and do that. Let's shake, shake, and then we'll reset. Chest. Right? Sometimes when we start stacking on too many things, we can't put our focus on any one area very well. So take that pause, hit the reset button. Focus. Dharana is a huge part of yoga. And we'll start to lift that left leg. Breath in. Breath out. Lengthen your neck. Forward 2. Ready? We're going to twist it open. Breath in. Don't worry about how far. Breath out. Just feel fluid movement. If you want to do another, breath in, twisting it open. Breath out. We'll bring that left leg down. Let's roll the spine out. Good. Let's shake it out. Shake out the wrists. Shake out the torso. Feel your spine. Twisting is a wonderfully vital element of movement for our organs, for our spinal column. And then we'll reset. Now feel free here if you want to change your width. Maybe you've been using a chair. Maybe the body's limber. Maybe you can come down further. Perhaps you don't need a block. Hold space in your practice always that things are changing. Things are growing, stretching, getting tighter, getting tired. Notice where you are. And we'll lift that right leg up. Again, we're just going to be in the right leg and feel the act. Can you continue to still feel the efforting and the actual lengthening in that leg? Use your breath. Feel the heel, feel the calf, feel the shins. Spread the toes, space, length. Can you move it from the hip bone? Could you feel that extension even from the waist? What can that leg do on its own? Good, and we'll bring that leg down. Let's go ahead and shake the legs out. And we'll get ready for another go at it, maybe to involve the hips now. So chest forward, breath in, and we'll lift that right leg up. Okay, so here we go. Deep breath in, open it, exhale, close it. You can take a break here or another. Inhale, twist, feel your hip, your waist, your spine. Exhale, close. Bring that leg down gently. Rolling that spine up. Good, let's shake it out. Whew. Okay. Let's find our mountain, so that's our stand-up space. Breathing in, lengthening. Your legs don't have to be together as mine are. Your hands don't ever have to touch. Exhale, forward fold. Let's breathe in and lift the spine. We're going to plant the palms down and step back to your hands and knees. And then we'll work our way into what your body desires as far as a plank today. And I know I'm using desire a little loosely, right? So on the knees, notice I'm back here in the tabletop, leaning forward, kind of dipping the hips down, but you want to put strength in the belly and the spine to hold that torso so it doesn't sag. Or some of you are practicing bringing the toes down, lengthening the legs back for a fully extended plank. Again, we don't want to sag in the shoulders. Where's the breath? This is a yoga pose, not torture. Tell yourself that. Believe it then. And we'll bring those knees down if they aren't already. Maybe widen them out into child's pose, sinking your hips back, extending your chest forward, letting your head go. Perhaps you flip your palms up. Breath in, breath out. All right, we're going to come back forward. Find your choice of a plank. Engage, breath in. Breathe out as you lay yourselves down to the earth. Now you may notice that your palms ended up way up here toward your shoulders. So you might need to walk them back a bit. Pin the elbows and stretching in the shoulder joint, working the triceps a bit, inner thighs together. We're going to get ready for a cobra. Now I'm going to roll the shoulders up and back. We did shoulder rotations before, so let's feel those shoulders. Feel your belly and your hips on the floor. Don't hold the breath. Now push downward through the hands and lift your chest off the floor, but you're going to keep your belly button on the floor. Keep your neck neutral. Now ask yourselves, how much are my arms actually working to push down? Can I feel that action? And can I feel the lifting, the upward curving of my chest cavity? And can my chest cavity make room for breath? Can my mind stay quiet and serene, maybe pushing it? And can I not clench my butt? And that's more than enough for our brains to have to work on. And then tell yourself, hey brain, you're not in charge. We're here to listen to the wisdom of the body. Now I ask if you could tighten your tummy muscles, your abdominal core, to lift you a little bit more, and test that by lifting the hands off the floor. With every inhale, could you lift the chest a little higher? And the answer could be maybe not. You could be like, hey, I'm barely holding on here. And if that's the case, come down. Now soften the muscles in your back. And let's lay the chest down. Go ahead and turn your head to one side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Turn your head to the other side. Allowing the Cobra space to bring us into an awareness or building awareness of all of the fine muscles in our torso, in between the ribs, in our abdomen. What creates lift? What muscles do we overuse? What muscles do we underuse? What muscles do we not even know are there? All right, we'll press our way up and bring the forearms out in front of you, getting ready for what's called Sphinx. So I'm going to try to keep my elbow joint under my shoulder joint. Okay, so it's not way out here, bringing it under the shoulder joint. Try not to dig down or gouge in with the elbows if you can. Inner thighs as close together as you can. The feet don't have to touch. That's all going to depend on the size of our thighs. Now unclench the butt now. Now I'm going to press down through the surface, pressing down through the whole surface of the forearms and the palms, downward, lifting, lengthening the spine upward, the rib cage upward, keeping the chin tucked. Expand the belly. Let's lift the chin and tuck the chin. Working the upper spine, that cervical spine. Where's your breath? Left and right. What is the range of movement without forcing in that neck and throat? Can you still keep space in your neck and throat for breath as we do this movement? All right, so now we're going to do neck rotations. What's going on in those forearms? Are we digging or gouging down there? Breath. Feel the muscles up and down your spine, correlating, responding, because it's all connected. Change direction. Are you displaying patience with yourself? Or are you being aggressive because you want to kind of get through something? I've got to work that out. Try not to let your yoga become a workout. We're bringing awareness within and listening to what it wants. And it might need more time and attention. All right, we'll press down. Lift the chest. Exhale, gently lower the chest down. You can turn your head to one side. Breath in. Breath out. Okay, we're going to prop ourselves up one more time on our elbows. This time, I'm going to lift my right leg up behind me and release. Now, inner thighs together. See if you can notice if this hip tries to roll up and off the floor. Could you keep that aiming down, inner thighs as close together as we can? Lift. See how close you can pull that heel to your butt. Breath. Pay attention to those hips, as I said. And lower. We'll do the other side. Lift. Heel toward the butt. Breathe. Pressing both hip bones to the floor. And lower. Inhale. And lower. Good. Both at the same time. Thrust your hips to the floor. And lower. And lift. Use your arms to push down so that you're lifting your chest too. It's a great alternative to camel if you can't put weight on your knees. Keep the energy of pulling those heels, thrusting the hips, and lifting the chest. And you know it. Don't squeeze the butt. Breath. And release. Good. Let's come to sitting on our butts. Take your time, and we'll lengthen the legs out in front of us and get in the habit of clearing out fleshy bits. I guess look at some of the pros, the positive sides of some of our home practice because of not being able to be in groups because of our pandemic, is that maybe we're a little less self-conscious about what we nip, tuck, pull, or rearrange because we're not worried about anybody else seeing us. All right, so I get to do it right here for you, just for you. All right, so I want to feel the sitting bones rooting down. Those legs never have to be completely together, but let's work on flexing to build engagement of the muscles in the calves and the shins. Otherwise, if we didn't, they wouldn't be in their fully active, engaged space for the fullest stretch. That's all. We could do it without, we could do it with. But I want to invite that with. Now, lift the chest, squeeze the thighs, press the backs of the legs into the floor. Intend the action of downward pressing through the legs, just as we did when we were doing that modified Warrior 3, extending the leg back, bringing all of that intention into that lengthening. All right, let's do that. Let's go ahead and extend the arms out and feel that from the shoulders out, upper arms out, forearms out, fingertips, wrists. Thrust the chest up. Are you still lengthening through the armpits? Are you still pressing down through the legs? Ooh, what's the quality of our breath? If there was a mirror in front of your face right now, what would your face look like? Breath in and exhale. We're going to hinge at the hips and just go ahead and roll the spine up. So curve the spine, roll it up. Let's sweep it out once again. Turn the palms back. So we're rotating the upper arm. Open, flipping the palms back, rotate the upper arm, tuck the chin down. Breath in, exhale. Good. Let's go ahead and grab a strap now, or a towel, whatever it is that you're using for a bind connection. And again, your legs don't have to be together. Just don't have them super wide, kind of more neutral. We'll bring the strap to the bottoms of the feet. I'm going to turn around sideways. So I've got the feet active and engaged, flexing the toes, trying to spread the toes as well. Hold the strap as close to the feet as you can with the arms fully extended. So not back here with the arms bent, and see how the shoulders creep up by the ears. I'm going to encourage my upper back to be as erect and flat as I can, legs engaged. Now, if I let my strap go and notice, I'm in the same shape that we were in with the block beneath our face. Same muscle engagement. So let's feel this orientation to gravity. Grow tall through your neck. Ask your neck muscles to lift you. Engaging in those legs, squeezing the thighs, pressing them down. Chest lifting, breath in. Exhale, pull your chin in your chest. Notice I'm flaring the elbows outwards. Slide the shoulders back. Chest forward. Where's your breath? We'll let the strap go. Rolling that spine up. I'm going to bring my right foot up against this inner thigh. Now, for some of us, that might be closer to the knee. Letting that knee fall open, perhaps You put a pillow or a block under in case that's feeling like too much strain. It doesn't want to open, in case it needs support. Chest is up. A little bit of a twist. Shoulders down. A lot of twisting in yoga. Try to encourage twisting and fullness of breath, not just the inhales. Fullness of your exhale. And then we'll let ourselves come forward. Now, you might use the strap again here, pulling the shoulders back. Maybe not. Active in the leg. Let go. Now, as we come down into the seated postures, we start to let go of some of that engagement that those upright postures standing on our legs require, right? Because we're trying to stand erect as bipedal beings. Here we've got more surface matter of our body engaged with the earth. We get to rely on more surface of support. So the body gets to have that support and lean into it and not have to engage so much. So different areas around joints and ligaments get to learn what it feels like to let go. Focus on the inhale. Focus on your exhale. How much exhaling is going on? Can we fully and evenly and smoothly release? How does the body respond to that exhale? And we'll bring ourselves up. And let's switch it out. Take your time. Even notice how you move it. I love bringing in the aspect of, do I need to use my hands to yank my body parts? Or, let me feel, there's some core that actually works moving that. Feeling that leverage by bringing my weight over here to move that foot. So just start to be aware. How do I move? Do I move myself with additional help from body parts, or can that independent body part do its thing? All right, breath in, exhale, feel this side. Feel yourself as a whole integrated being of flesh and breath and thought and wisdom and spirit. Cycle through that on your own. What does that mean to you right here? How are you connecting to any of those 5 spaces right here? What can let go and trust in the support of this pose right here? And let's gradually bring ourselves back upright. All right, I'm going to lengthen that leg back out. I'm going to invite us to bringing this ankle across this thigh. Now, some of you might be able to bring that ankle high up against that hip bone. If you can, if that knee says yes to that, if your hip says yes to that, awesome. Doesn't make you a super duper yogi. It just makes you be able to engage in stretching different areas along this IT band and your glute medius and minimus. So feel out where you need to be. If you'd like to take a rolled up blanket and put it here, rolling over that bone can sometimes not feel that great. Not sometimes. It does not feel great. I'll just put it that way. I'm going to have my heel up here. This is going to be a modification toward our pigeon, okay, so that we're not going to reposition ourselves. If you need to put a pillow under here, maybe even a block under here, that's fine. Feel out what's going on with that knee, because we're going to see about coming forward. I know we're smushing our guts up against that heel. Yep, technical terms, smush and guts. And just sit for a moment if you can with feeling this experience, this compression, this flesh to flesh stimulation. Dare we say a massage? And if we can take our attention away from this front area for a moment, what's going on in our back area? Or does that front area command so much attention that we're unable to extend our awareness anywhere else? How about softening the neck? By all means, come out. Always come out. You start noticing that the level of sensation is so distracting, is creating so much discomfort that we can't redirect our focus. We're not here to punish ourselves. We're here to communicate and connect and bring ourselves up. We're here to, one of the areas we were exploring in home yoga practice this week was energy and prana. And we're here to eliminate the obstacles to awareness. Getting ready to switch. Because eliminating obstacles to awareness creates better awareness. So yes, ultimately the aim is more awareness. But I love seeing what's the step before that. Eliminate the obstacle. What's the step before that? Become aware of the obstacle. All right. I'll let go of yoga philosophy and we can just move. All right. Find out where you want to be. Respect this side. Okay. Different joint, different way that we walk in this leg. Right? So if you need it lower, have it lower. Get a pillow, get a blanket, maybe a support under here. Lifting the chest. Don't be in a hurry. Take your time. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now, can that extended leg still remain active? The flexing of the toes, squeezing of that thigh. What do you notice? I feel it in my low back when I bring all of that engagement in this leg. And feel the gut compression with the heel. Try to loosen the flesh around that heel if we've got a good amount of smush. Can you just let your flesh kind of fold around it, or is it fighting it? Now the thigh is a whole nother matter, okay? Because the thigh muscle, it isn't all the internal organs that get to be a little more squishy. That thigh muscle says, hey, I am not for squishing. But you say, oh, but you are. Notice what's going on. What's in your way of finding ease here? Is it mental? Is it physical? Is it breath-wise? Where could you soften around any intensity? And we'll bring ourselves back upright. Cool. Let's go ahead and release that. And we'll do one Baddha Konasana because, right? Getting into the open hips. The open hip space that we did do before was in the Warrior 2 when we were up and standing. But otherwise, we've been fairly neutral in our hips today. And, of course, the space we were just in. Pressing those inner thighs open, pulling the chest up. Somebody should tell that student to turn her phone off, because that would be me. And let's bring that chest forward. And let's just flow a little bit. Noticing the areas of the spine, maybe count vertebrae and say, oh, at the 7th, at the 9th, it doesn't want to move. At the 3rd and the 4th of the lumbar or the cervical, it really wants to move. Notice what's going on in the backs of the hips, in the groin, the pelvis. What wants to let this movement in? What wants to say, stop, slow down? The body has a wisdom It can tell us what it enjoys, what it needs more of. And that can be about nutrition, that can be about rest, as well as movement. Yoga is a wonderful practice to help us realign our priorities and who's in charge. Because many of us, I'm not going to say all of us, but many of us have turned our lives over to our mental space, our intellectual space. And while that's a wonderful space, I'm not knocking it. I kind of like my intellect, but it can't drive the bus. Because when it does purely drive the bus, we hurt the body. We believe that all we need is mental space, and we sacrifice sleeping. We sacrifice the quality of our breath. We sacrifice sunshine on our skin. We sacrifice the quality of our eating, even the mindfulness of how we eat, when we eat, and what we eat. And we sacrifice the care and the range of movement in this house, this earth suit. This is what's holding this awesome intellect. We should probably give it a really cool house. All right, we're going to come down to laying down on our backs. I might go over just a hair, not too much, true to form, because I'm Belinda with Just Be Yoga, and that's how I roll. And we'll lay our chest down. Let's feel the feet. And then we're going to go back to that very same space we were just in, that Baddha Konasana, or that bound angle or butterfly. Bottoms of the feet together, inner thighs open. Now you could put pillows, rolled up blankets under your thighs too. Now here, you might be far more aware of that groin area and this hip opening, because we're now reclined. And so this space is subjected to gravity even more. Could you release it to gravity's pull? Can you breathe and allow gravity to take the groin? Take the weight of your chest. How about taking your thoughts? And give yourselves even these short minutes of time to be purely sensory beings, not thinking beings. Be your sense of touch here. I love the sense of touch because it has such a wide range of information that it delivers us. First, it's through this fantastic organ called skin. Primarily, we are aware of touch inside of cavities and crevices. So different membranes. How about that? Membranes deliver us the sense of touch. But touch delivers us temperature, texture, density. We feel this medium of air that our bodies are in existence with. So we feel our atmosphere. Where in your whole surface can you feel the atmosphere? Feel your clothing in so many different varieties of textures and pressures. Feel the weight of your own body against your skin. We'll bring the inner thighs together. Invite one knee to the chest without your hands. Remember what I said about guiding our bodies without manually manipulating? And then the other knee to the chest. And let's switch. Bring the legs back down and choose the opposite leg to lift first. Feel, notice what happened in the back muscles, belly muscles, and other knee. Inner thighs together, arms open wide, and we'll just let the legs come over. Now be aware of that sense of touch and feel your legs touch the earth. And what do we feel? Where do we feel it? I felt my ankle first. And then I feel the softness of the texture of the mat. Feeling cool air because there's a fan right here outside of your view. Now feel the inner sense of touch around your bones, your spine, your tendons, your organs. And we'll use breath to feel the sense of touch inside. Feel the air touching you as it inflates you. And we'll gradually come on back up. Just be aware of your breath. And over to the other side. How does the breath feel you and touch you when it leaves? How and where does it feel, and where do you feel it touching you when it comes in? Could you let it into different areas? Could you let it leave from different areas? We'll bring those knees back to center. Now we'll give ourselves that hug. Maybe forehead to the knees, maybe not. And we'll lay the spine down. Lengthen the legs out toward your front of the mat. Now you don't have to have your legs straight if you don't want. Sometimes that's really aggravating on the low back. So you can have your feet together once again, or keep the knees up. Actually, I'm going to stay there. My upper back is still a little upset. Now be aware of your sense of hearing. Try not to identify what you hear. Feel your ears receiving a spectrum of sound. Sounds close to you. Far away from you. Within you. Stretch or yawn. Try not to be in a rush with anything that you're starting to do, especially if you're starting to feel like, oh, that's the cue that it's over, right? Try not to disconnect from building all of those tendrils of awareness. Take it with us. Don't leave your yoga on the mat as we bring ourselves up to a comfortable space of sitting. Get ready to close. I'll invite us to bring our hands to the heart center, hand to the belly. Excuse me. And feel that touch again. There's a lot to feel here. The surface of the palm touching the chest, The skin of the chest, feeling the touch of the palm. It's a real complex space for the brain to be in. Because we're sending and receiving information in multiple areas, and then we get to add another hand and another area of the body. Can you feel your heartbeat besides the breath? Three ohms. If you wish to join, you could say home instead. Just feel this vibrational experience and intonation emanating from within. Deep breath in. Hands to the heart center at the Anjali Mudra. If you wish, you could always just leave your hands on your lap. You don't have to do a mudra. Mudras are yoga postures for the hands. This one is holding our heart in our hands lightly with kindness, or just leave your hands where you want them to be. Namaste. All that is good in me recognizes all that's good in you, and that's what namaste is. It's been a lovely morning to hang out with you all. Thank you for joining. Thanks for saying hi, Casey. I hope that you're well. Before you leave, feel free to say hi or not. Also, always feel free to either send me an email or let me know, if you'd like a certain aspect of practice to be emphasized. I can make a mental note, make an actual written note for next week. And I do hope that you're participating in the home yoga practices, giving tools and elements and structure to how to develop a personal practice. It doesn't have to be an hour. It can be 15 minutes a day, but that really starts to create the building blocks for you to find your connection to what's your yoga for you. Never let anybody define your yoga for you. It's your personal journey. Thank you all so much. Great to see you all. I'm going to get ready for power, starting up 11:30.